Aloha everyone, thank you so much for joining me today in your yoga class. This YIN class is going to be very helpful for people who surf, who spend a lot of time in the water or are very physically active. But this can also be very beneficial for people who just need a nice deep practice and stretch for the body and relaxation. Make sure you have your bolster or rolled up blanket or your props, your blocks, anything that can help you support yourself in some of these poses. At any point in time in the practice, just allow yourself to listen to your body and do whatever you need to make yourself feel centered and good. So, welcome to my practice, and I'm so glad that you made it onto your mat today. Come into a seat and allow yourself to feel yourself rooted down into your mat. Close your eyes and just allow your hands to land on your thighs. Start tapping into all the sensations in your body, noticing where you might be holding tension. Notice how you feel in your face, in your eyes, your cheekbones, your jaw, your forehead, your scalp, your neck, your ears. Scan all of your shoulders, your chest. Scan your spine from the base of your head all the way down to your tailbone that's rooting down into your mat. Start stacking your shoulders above your hips, which means sending yourself back slightly. And I'll turn here my profile so that you can see. Sometimes we lean so much forward like this and we don't realize that we're doing that. Try and send your upper body directly above your hips. And start tapping into your breath here and send your head above your shoulders, stacked above your shoulders. So sometimes we tend to have our chin leading our head forward past our shoulders. Try and align your head above your shoulders. Imagine a string or a tree root that's coming out of the earth and passing through you all the way through the center, the midline of your body. Straight root all the way up, and then coming out of the top of your head, growing and growing to create a tree that keeps reaching up towards the sun. Feel that power you have from the earth connecting you to the sky. You are the connection here, and the connection is lengthening your body. With your eyes closed, visualize yourself lengthening and opening up your chest, your ribs, and your heart. Roll your shoulders back and down to allow yourself to give space into your chest. Really press your shoulders down and away from your ears when you roll them down. Notice how it feels in your shoulders right now. And if you've been holding tension in your shoulders, maybe take the time right now to just take your right hand, take your fingertips, and press down onto the top of your shoulder and the shoulder muscles connecting to your neck. Just taking the time right now to give energy to relax those areas. And then take your left hand, take your fingers, and just start pressing down into the right shoulder here. Tap into your breath. Yoga is important to teach us to use our breaths to our advantage. Breathing is a necessity and it's our life, and it helps us through all sorts of moments when we need to relax, or we need to calm down, or we need to move through something painful. And our breath is also there to hold us up when we are super happy. When we do anything in our lives, we need to breathe. So mastering our breath and how it can benefit us in our challenges is what yoga can teach us. Come to stillness in your seat, still visualizing that beautiful root lengthening you up. Take a deep breath in through the belly, all the way up the chest, and open your mouth and sigh out. Again, deep inhale through the belly. Opening up your ribs and let it out. Good. We'll take a moment here to come onto our hands and our knees. Okay. And we're going to open our knees, mat width apart, big toes to touch. Send your hips back down into your heels before sending your arms forward into a wide-legged child's pose. Just feel this right now, how it feels on your ankles, the front line of your lower leg and your feet. You might be tense from the activities you were doing, the kicking, using our ankles. Just allow yourself to feel that, and then send your arms forward. Relax your forehead down on your mat into a wide-legged child's pose. Deep breath in through the belly and exhale gently. Tap into your breath and allow your breath to relax you. This is a nice opening for the hips. And it starts to loosen up our joints, increases flexibility and mindfulness of our state of being in our bodies and in our minds. Surfing is also a form of meditation. Any physical activity you do can be a form of meditation. Yoga can accompany that and help you be more efficient and flexible in activities that you do. Allow yourself with every exhalation to sink down deeper, relaxing your heart down into the earth. Connect yourself with the earth beneath you.
Allow your jaw to stay relaxed. And gentle ease of your eyes. Notice all the areas on your body that are touching the earth. Can those areas become heavier for you? The feeling of being pulled down by gravity, allowing the earth to completely bind herself to you. Whatever thoughts that come into your mind, just allow yourself to release and let them go without any self-judgment. It's completely normal, especially when you find yourself in stillness, to have so many things come flooding back in. Subjectively allow yourself to let them go. Visualize a light coming out of you, and all you are is that light, that warm light that glows. Wherever you go, shines onto everything around you, emanating purity, patience, compassion, gratefulness, and gratitude, and love, understanding. Whatever it is that your light helps you with. Keep your eyes closed and sink down deeper, noticing the contact of your fingers, the palms of your hands, and your forearms down in your mat. Send the breath into your hip creases, your inner thighs. Slowly push yourself back up. Bring the knees together. And then send yourself back behind on the back of your mat slightly, and we're going to go into a puppy pose. So keeping your knees hip-width apart, start walking your arms forward again and allowing your forehead to land on your mat, or your chest. Your chest can land on your mat as well. Here you can have the choice of having a bolster underneath you if that is best for you. You can ease yourself into your puppy pose. You can have it underneath your stomach while you're leaning forward. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes, starting now. This is a great posture for
the flexibility of the back and the stretching of the front line of the body. It also opens up the front of your arms, the armpits, the shoulders. Try and keep your knees in line with your hips when you're doing that. Just breathe. Slowly bring yourself back up. And just feel how you feel right now in your tabletop. Notice the rebound. Start moving your hips side to side, whatever needs to happen right now. You can even flip your palms. Stretch your wrists. Maybe you'll get a bit of cracks in your hips and your arms. And then we'll come onto our bellies. And bring your hands, stack your hands together and just lay your forehead down gently on your hands, looking down. Notice how it feels to just lay on your belly. Deep breath in. And a gentle exhalation. We'll come into a chest stretch. So allow your left arm to come out directly to your side, and either keep your arm completely straight away from you or slightly bend that left elbow and send your arm upwards a little bit, and then shift your hips slightly to the right and then push yourself onto your side. So you can stay here with your hand, your right hand on your mat. Okay. And if this is too much for you, you can back up and come back on your belly and then send yourself back to the side again, easing your way into this. So allow yourself the chance to get into this. I actually find it better for me when I have my arm directly out away from me as opposed to my elbow being bent. It targets a different area of my shoulders, so explore that with yourself without feeling pain or being uncomfortable. Just allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you are feeling.
And if you want to go there, option to take the right leg and bring it behind your left extended leg, bending that top leg and having that right foot onto your mat. Option to have a pillow or a blanket or a block underneath your head. Deep breath in through the belly and up the chest. When you come up with your breath, feel the expansion into your shoulder. As you exhale, allow your body to completely relax. Come rolling slowly back down on your belly. Slowly dragging that left arm back to center, stacking your hands. Take a deep breath in through the lower belly, sending the breath into the lower back. And then all the way up the chest into the back and the upper back. And then melt your body down. Take your right arm, place it directly sideways or with a bent elbow and slightly forward up in front of you. And then push yourself onto your side here. We're going into the stretch on the other side. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to take in this moment for yourself. Pushing everything away that just doesn't need to be in the present moment with you right now. The moment you're creating, that's your choice right now to say no. I definitely feel it all the way down my right arm. And it's really good when you're surfing a lot and you're paddling with your arms and you're using your shoulders and your arms so much. It's really important to stretch those areas. Slowly come back onto your belly. Draw that right arm back to center. Stack your hands. Place your forehead onto your hands. Take a deep breath in through the lower belly. All the way up the chest. And relax as you exhale. We'll come into a pose called straight jacket. We're going to be stretching our shoulders. And you can decide which side you want to start with first. But basically what we're going to be doing is keep a block nearby or a rolled up blanket in case you need it. And we're just going to come down on our bellies, stay on our bellies, and bring your hands, your forearms forward. And then weave the left arm underneath the right and cross them over here. So allow yourself to have a crossed pattern with your arms, and the block might help you if you need to rest your forehead onto your block. And we'll be here for 2 minutes on each side. I like to just rest my chin onto my arm. That's comfortable for me. So you can use support underneath your forehead if you need to. Just breathe. If doing 2 at a time is too much for you, you can explore doing 1 at a time, extending the right arm forward and just having your left arm underneath your right. And you can have a block underneath your head. And just allow the stretch to happen in your shoulder, your left shoulder. You can do that if that's a better option for you. Listen to your breath and notice the sound of your breath. The beautiful, unique sound that you create with your vocal cords. Slowly unweave those arms. Allow them to fully relax with your forehead on your stacked hands. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Again. Good. Bring yourself back up and weave your right arm underneath your left. Switch directions here. I'm going to use a block underneath my head and just allow that stretch to naturally happen by itself. The goal is to set yourself up to allow the maximum benefit of the pose. Whenever you need to use props, that's completely okay and acceptable. If you need to modify something in order to feel your stretch more deeply or more comfortably, then that is the best thing for you. Tap into a sense of ease with yourself, being present with yourself. Slowly come back out of this pose and just allow the rebound of your arms to happen here. Take a deep breath in and a nice breath out. So press yourself back up onto your knees and your hands. We'll come back into a tabletop, and this time we're going to go into Pigeon Pose. So allow yourself to come into a high plank here, okay? And then just draw that left knee to your left elbow, turn your leg towards the right, and then bring your knee down onto your mat. And look behind you to see if your right leg is straight behind you. Then we'll come into a nice pigeon. Here with your pigeon, you can always use a bolster to start easing your way down into that posture. We'll be here for 3 minutes on each side. So you can really decide where you're at right now. You can stay onto your forearms and have the block at the highest setting and just allow your forehead to rest onto your block. Or if you're at a different place in your practice, maybe you want to go directly onto stacked fists. Take a deep breath in through the belly and then nice breath out. Relax your upper body and your shoulders and allow your neck and your head to fully relax down into your fists or your block. When you take a deep breath in, visualize the breath expanding the hips, opening up the space. And then as you exhale, allow your hip to relax deeper with gravity. Try and notice your stillness, and if you're trying to fidget or move because you're becoming irritated by the stillness, or the focus you have is on the tension, try and relax the tension, sending the thoughts into letting go. Visualize a sense of ease and warmth. Try to empty your mind of any goal, of any direction. Part your teeth and relax your jaw. Use your breath to create even more stillness when you exhale. If this pigeon is too difficult for you, you can always go into square pose, stacking in a seated position your shins and then folding forward. If you're doing your left side, you can stack your left shin on top of your right and then fold forward at the hips. You can also do thread the needle if that's better for you. Slowly press yourself back up, gently sliding your left knee to meet the right into a tabletop. And then just sway your hips side to side here gently and slowly. And then send yourself back into a high plank here. Inhale. And then exhale, send that right knee to meet the right elbow. Turn your leg towards the left. And then slide that knee down onto your mat. Untucking the back toes, look back to see if your left leg is straight. You can stay here on your hands. You can even use your blocks here. Or whenever you're ready, just allow yourself to fold forward, leading with the heart. You can come first onto forearms with the block underneath your forehead. And then ease your way down. We're here for 3 minutes. Try and remain still in your silence. Beautiful. You can change the level of your block or come directly down onto your stacked fists. Relax your chest down towards your thigh and the earth. Relax your shoulders and relax your jaw. Deep breath in to the right hip. And exhale, relax all of your muscles. Relax your teeth, your cheekbones. This is where you might want to back out. And this is where you use your breath. Use your breath to master your edge. Release the desire to want to come out of the pose. Let go of the desire to want to come out and fulfill the desire to want to stay in. Slowly push yourself back up. Beautiful. Slide your right knee to meet the left. And just sway yourself side to side. Maybe making big circles with your hips. Beautiful. Pigeon is so good to open up the hips, to create flexibility. And then we'll come into a seat. And we're just going to sway our knees side to side here in a windshield wiping movement. And with your bolster, your pillow, or your blocks nearby, we're going to come into deer pose. If you keep that onto your side, so we're swinging side to side, and then drop your knees to the right, which means it'll automatically place your right thigh and your left thigh in a 90-degree angle. Take your bolster or your blocks, place them to your right side, and then slowly fold forward into a twist here. So I'll just change my direction so that you can see. Both legs are at a 90-degree angle. And then I'm twisting myself to the right. And then you don't have to twist to the right. You can directly fold on top of your right leg if that feels okay for you. If you want to go deeper, you can twist to the right. So turn to the right and then just fold forward onto your pillow. And if you want an even deeper twist, you can take that left leg and place it even more behind you once you're in this posture. Feel that nice side stretch here on your left side and the obliques, the lower left back, all the way into your quad, your hip flexors. And if you want it even deeper, you might want to look towards the right.
Allow yourself to fully let go here. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Slowly press yourself back up. Bring your hands behind your hips. And then sway your legs side to side in a windshield wiping movement. Feet a little wider than hip width apart. Mat width apart. Good. Take your bolster or your blocks, place it on the other side of you. And then when you're ready, just drop the knees to the left. And then turn yourself either fold directly onto your left leg here, like so, or twist to the left and then fold forward. Your bolster can come directly out from your left hip. Basically, directly perpendicular to your left hip. And then when you twist to the left, you want to twist so that you can fold down onto your bolster. And then if you want an even deeper twist, you can take that right leg and bring it back behind you even more. Feels so good. Relax your jaw, your eyes. Allow the earth and the bolster to hold you. As you stay, you might want to allow yourself to go deeper. You might not need the bolster anymore. You might want to remove the bolster and bring your head directly down onto your stacked hands or your stacked fists.
Beautiful. Slowly make your way up, coming back to center, bringing your hands behind your thighs, your hips, and then sway your legs side to side once again. Beautiful. Then we'll come onto our backs and we'll come into a twisted roots. Bring your legs to a 90 degree and take your right leg, place it on top of the left, and then shift your hips slightly to the right and drop your knees to the left. Okay. So this is a really great one. If this is too much for you, option to just stack the knees without binding the legs. And if that's too much for you, you might want to extend the left leg out, like so, and then bring the right knee directly to your side with support underneath your knee. So you could always have a bolster underneath your leg here, or a block. Try and allow the right shoulder to drop down into your mat, keeping your upper back touching the mat as much as possible. Drop the knees directly away from your center. Your hands can be out into a T, into a cactus shape, or slightly above your head, whatever feels good to you. This is also very important to create flexibility in the spine, and especially when you're surfing and you're doing your turns and you're getting up on your board and you're paddling out, your back needs to be able to twist and turn, and this is really good for keeping that going in your spine. Just allow yourself to relax here in your twist. Send the breath into your spine and your side body to the right. Then as you exhale, allow yourself to twist even deeper. Unbind your legs, bring them back to the top. Shift your hips to the center. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Maybe swaying yourself side to side here. Bring your feet down on your mat. Shift your hips to the left a couple of inches. Bring that left leg on top of the right. Weave your legs together. And then drop your knees to the right. If you're comfortable, look to the left. Option to bring your hands out directly into a T. Focus on releasing that left shoulder down towards your mat. Relaxing the knees and the legs down towards the right. Wringing yourself almost like wringing water out of a towel. Allow yourself to twist deeply when you exhale. Full breath in, opening up all the back and the ribs and the belly. And when you exhale, allow everything to collapse back in, melting down into your mat. Beautiful. Being good to yourself here. Loving all of yourself. Relax. Notice the top of your hands touching the earth. Notice your jaw relaxing and your neck releasing. Unbind the legs, come back to center. Just bring both feet down on your mat and then sway your legs side to side. Slowly and mindfully. And then collapse the knees inwards towards themselves with feet wider than the mat width. Just feel that internal rotation of the hips. Bring the soles of your feet together and open the knees wide for supine butterfly pose. You can choose to have a bolster behind your back if you want a supported fish pose. Otherwise, let's take a couple of minutes to just be still in our butterfly before our final Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, extend your legs out in front of you. Take all the space that you need for yourself. Take a deep breath in. All the way, the biggest one. And let it all go. Relax all of your body, your jaw, and definitely lift your shoulders off of the mat, pull them down, and then release them down on your mat once more. Feel the length of your neck, the relaxation in your face, in your head, and really take the time now to rescan your body and recognize the good that you gave yourself today. And this might even make you ready for something else that you will be tackling later. Let's just be grateful that we gave ourselves the time to just be present with ourselves. It really does make things so much better for the rest of our lives and for the people who benefit around us from our good energy and our self-love and our self-care. Allow yourself to stay here as long as you like, as long as you need to. Namaste.